I am at Sahmyook University, and for the record, I'm not working here. I am just using the setting in order to speak about Sennacherib, Hezekiah, Taharqah, and Isaiah. This is video number 5. I hope to share with you the last, just for a few minutes, maybe it's just 7 minutes, 8 minutes, but just the last of Egyptian evidence that came up that I also want to put on the table before we wrap up everything and come to a standard conclusion as to what we should do with this issue. For the record also, I am in conversation with a famous Assyriologist. I will not mention her name, but I am in she's worldwide known, and I am in. There is a letter conversation between us, back and forth, about these issues, and a very knowledgeable lady, and very world famous, as I said. I hope I have come to some conclusions, which I later will reveal at the last conclusion when we wrap up everything. Then I will mention more clearly as to what I mean, what happened in the conversation between us, and what was the result of that. It's always good to talk to scholars like this. They are like walking dictionaries with legs. Wonderful. What I want to reveal to you today is actually a mixture of two things. There was an article that Randall Younker from Andrews University, Siegfried Horen, the archaeology teams, and Madaba Plain Project, and so on. But he wrote it in 1991 for Ministry, and it's about talking about the two-winged scarab, or the four-winged scarab used by Hezekiah. And the interesting result of his conclusion was that 80% of the jar handles that was found in the time of Hezekiah had in the Judean mountains area either a two-winged scarab and some minor four-winged scarab, but in the Shephelah and in the low regions of Israel, they used the four-winged scarab. Now that's very interesting, and it raises the question. It's on the jar handle, there is a big pot, a big container, and then there's the enormous jar handle to pick this up. It has to be strong. It's kind of heavy, and so on that they would when it's still soft, they would make the jar handle impression that it belongs to Hezekiah, and it should go to the royal palace. It says belong to the king. They call it the Lemelech jar handles because belonging to the king. Now this is very important because at a certain period, Hezekiah was, as we know, in 701, he was indebted to Sennacherib. So everything need to go to Sennacherib. A lot of things, a lot of collections and things had to go to Nineveh, because that was the agreement when he came the first time. But somewhere shortly before 689, once you can say it's 693, when Sennacherib started building temples left, right, and center in Nineveh, I can just imagine people like Hezekiah would say, "Hey, stop the bus. We want to get off." I don't blame them. Why do we send our money for temples to be built in Nineveh? And so the rebellion really may have started 693 when he started building these big temple projects. So he got the taxes because he needed money from Hezekiah in 701 and the others in the regions, so that he can set up his army, number one, food for the people of the country, number two, and number three, to build building projects, palaces, army bases. One palace was turned into an army base, by the way. Let's do that later. Today, I want to share with you a winged scarab. A winged scarab of nobody else but Shabaka. Shabaka. Shabaka was the ruler, the famous ruler who ruled just before Shabataka. And then after Shabataka was Taharqah. And so I want to show you the scarab as they found it. Here is the scarab. Hope you can see it. This one, right? The interesting, I will take it up like this. I really hope you can see it and I don't mess it up again. Look at this one. This was picked up on the riverbank in 1940, but it belongs to Shabaka. And look at this one here. It is a two-winged figure that is standing in a scarab with the name of Shabaka here. There's the K, see, and Shabaka, and then you can see on both sides you see Ka. And then in the middle up here is the two-winged, there is the two-winged impression. I think I made it big so that one can see over here what you really see here. It's a two-winged impression. And that is the evidence I want to bring here, because it made us think, why did the king use a two-winged scarab suddenly? Now behind me, what is the scene? Let me just explain to you. This is Sahmyook University, 6,530 students. 530 students are foreigners. Today, this is the soccer field, and over there in the back is not the airport. It is the leisure sports department facilities. And on the far, I don't know if it's your left, on your far left, that building or that part of the building is the swimming pool of 25 meters, standard swimming pool they have there. It's under just like Andrews University. It is heated up for the purposes here. Leisure sports is a very important aspect of this university, and many students finish here their degrees in leisure sports. Today, they are, of course, it's Sunday, so they are playing soccer, and their teachers are here, and they have to perform today. So, at any rate, thank you for listening. We will come back with the Akkadian in the next video. Hold your horses. I am not planning to run out of this issue at all. We are going to wrap it up in a final video, wrap up all the evidence and data regarding the matters of 701 and 689 BC. Thank you for listening. Until later. Bye.